My name's Cheri. Welcome to my studio. I'm going to show you a really fun project today. Sometimes I do projects and I call them what's laying on my desk, and that's what I'm inspired by like all the stuff that if you could see it. But I can't really call that this. It is kind of that, but there's so much stuff laying on my desk that if I could fit anything more in my desk, it would be about half the stuff that's in this catalog. So it's really more inspired by the card that I just made. I think this is I don't know, sometimes I get confused in the order of what I've made them and then what I filmed and posted them. But it's inspired by this. When I did this card, like while I was making it, I probably have 15 other ideas on ways to use the dies. So I don't know that I will ever get to them all and that they'll ever all make it to paper because I have so many other stamp sets that I haven't even touched yet. But I thought while this is laying here, I want to do it. So if you want to see this one, it uses the Blushing Bride foil. People think it's copper because I know it's kind of hard to see. It's not copper, it's Blushing Bride. And there is also, I wrote it in the blog post, there's another pink. It's not flamingo, and it's not the color that I thought it was. I have a hair touching my eyelashes. And then Sahara Sand. So it's in the Love Always, I think, suite. It's in the Valentine suite. And then it has the gold foil. It's a quick card, even though it looks like it might take a bit of time. It doesn't take long at all. So I was thinking of ways that I could continue on with that. So that's kind of where this went. So today I'm using, this is it, one of the celebration papers. So this paper, this whole 12 by 12 pack of paper is so much fun. It's so bright and cheery and the patterns are just a lot of fun. I do have a couple of cards on my channel already. I'll see if I can get those to pop up in the little thing towards the end of this video, but it's free with a $50 purchase. It's 12 by 12. You will absolutely love it. So we're gonna use that paper on this project, but I am still gonna use the Art Gallery bundle, which is this. If you purchase the suite, which is all of this stuff from me in January, you'll get 2 $50 celebration items for free or one $100 one. And then in February, I will be doing a free online class. That's a video only class, but you will get that free of charge just for purchasing the suite from me. So that's fun. So here's the paper that we're gonna use. I'm gonna use Cherry Cobbler, and then I went with this piece. I'll actually show you at the end 2 cards when I used a different pattern in the suite. It's okay. It wasn't as stark a difference as what I wanted. So I switched to this one and I do like it better. So let's bring the cut and emboss machine over and do this first. So I have stuff that I'm cutting, putting the finishing touches on all the packets for those of you that are in my Try It class to go out. So upstairs where I'm not cutting, I have my nasty plates. All my good ones are downstairs. So I have pearlized paper. So let's get the pearlized paper. This is the Just Want to Say. And then on my card, or the other card that's posted, I don't know if it posted yesterday. It may have posted today because sometimes I just get confused. I used the longer of the two. There's 2 banners. I'm going to use the shorter one today just so you can see the difference. So just run this through once. You do want to be careful when you're making this card that you don't lose all the pieces. You know, all those middle bits that fall out of the letters, we need to keep those. So my original idea, and it worked well, the pattern was too busy on the paper and I wanted to make sure the second time worked. So that's why I went with the pearl paper, was to do 2 pieces of designer series paper and then flip them. So it does work, and I'll show you at the end that card, and then I'll post pictures. The cards aren't quite finished, but you'll see what I mean when I show them to you. And I'll post pictures of those cards once they're all the way finished on my blog. So I've got that. And then I'm going to do this because I like to see the difference. So I've got this piece of paper, and then this is one of our scalloped rectangles. So I'm gonna put this on here. You wanna make sure it's straight. And then I'm gonna take the Just Want to Say and put it in here. You'd want to make sure they're not on top of each other because that would ruin your dies, but it does fit in there. And I like to send mine through so it doesn't go speed bump because it'll make an awful noise and it's not good for your machine or for your dies. So you can see it's not going straight. Speed bump means that this piece right here would go straight, and that if you hear your machines make a horrible clunk, see mine didn't make any noise at all. A cutting noise, but not that clunky noise. Because if yours is going at the beginning and the end, it makes that noise, that's not good. So I'm gonna just keep that on here for a second so I don't lose all my bits. Because you want to try to keep them all. If you lose a couple of the tiny ones, it's not the end of the world. But so this is going to be opposite than the one I've already done. Now that I've moved everything, here it is. So you're going to want to put adhesive, and I've done this a couple of times so I kind of know where the adhesive was, but I'll show you how I did it the first time. So you can see I have all this here. I'm going to try to keep everything where I need it, because I'm going to need all those little insides of my letters. So just pull these all up here and just keep those there. Just like doing a little puzzle. And I did one of these, a similar technique with the beautiful sunflower that is in the annual catalog. That has a ton of pieces. This doesn't take nearly as long as the sunflower took. And with the sunflower, I used multiple foils. So you can see that's going to kind of go here. You want to make sure you're going to get adhesive everywhere that you're going to puzzle that back in. So I'm just going to put some adhesive straight here in the middle. And if you use the seal and then you put this in the wrong spot or any of these in the wrong spot, then you'll be able to lift it up. So before you press it, just kind of have a look and see if it's all kind of shiny in all the letters. The T doesn't have any. And then just press that on there. And get it all, so they're all laying down. And then you are going to come over to these letters. And you want to keep these insides because you could do another reverse on another one. So literally you're just going to puzzle these back together. Just like that. Make sure you get the top of your J. Depending on the patterns that you use, the first couple that I did, if I hadn't had the top of my J, it wouldn't have really mattered because the patterns were so busy, you wouldn't have noticed. But this one you would notice because that's obvious. And then I have a little baggie I'll show you in a minute where I'm keeping the pieces so I can do another one of these opposite. So that one will be a what's laying on my desk card, because when I save pieces like this, then it's what's laying on my desk. So I'm just keeping them all right here in a little spot, because when you redo them, then you need all those pieces, and you're going to see in a second when I go back over and pull those in. Now, it's not like this. You could have the wrong pattern show through, except that it's sticky. We don't really want that sticky, and it just looks more finished if you put the right things in. So this is the A. See how much more finished that looks than when it has the background showing through. And it's not difficult as long as you don't move all your pieces. So now get these. And I find it's easier if you just leave them on your plate. Got that. Got the O. You could use tweezers, or you could use the putty tip of your take your pick tool. The only one that's a little bit confusing is the top of the J, because that stays, because you'll need that if you do the reverse. These tiny, tiny ones are the only ones that are a little bit, they're not difficult. It's just harder to figure out where they came from. That one did not come from there. And on this paper, it makes a little bit more of a difference because of those lines. There we go. And then one more little tiny one. And then we have the inside of the O as well, which I think this is the inside of the O. Here's the ones that I have from last time, and I will slide them in the bag. I just wanted you to see them. So I'm going to keep all of these because I can either use them on reverse projects for this, or I can just have them, and I put them in these little bags, and then I keep them with the stamp set that they match. So they'll go into my art gallery stamp set case in the bag, not just flowing like this. So you just want to make sure that you get all those little pieces. So now we've got this. I'm going to move these out of the way. Thankfully, my cats, it's another sunny day here. So they are out by the windows enjoying the sun and not going to stand on this. So then to just kind of make it look so it all is one piece of paper. See, you can see the two that the lines go the wrong way, but I'm okay with that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take I haven't used this thing in forever. I'll put the link for it below. It's in the annual catalog, and it's not the Subtles folder. It's almost one like that. No, I don't remember what the name of it is. So I'm going to put that in here. It goes with I call it the Home Depot suite. So I'm going to put it in here, and it's going to mash it all together, and it's going to make it all look like it's now one piece of paper. All those different layers, which I think is super fun. Also, another reason that you don't want any adhesive hanging out. So see, and it's really pretty on the pearlized paper when it does that, but it's all now everything's one layer. Like if people didn't know that you just had a layer, a layer, a layer, they would have no clue because it feels like it's just one piece of paper. I love that. It's a really fun technique. I have lots of things on my channel where I've done similar things. So now we're gonna go, because I've been doing my Try It class, and literally everything is on my desk, all the ribbons and embellishments. I really like mixing things up. So I'm gonna take my little banner now, and I'm going to stamp up with it with Memento. It does take a couple minutes for it to dry, so I'm gonna be super careful with it after I stamp. And I just want to say thank you. So I pulled the thank you out of the stamp set. There's a whole bunch of different words that you can stamp on these. They do stick. And that's why I don't stamp with them before I roll it through the machine, because it would smear. It probably takes maybe 5 minutes for it to be all the way dry. You can heat set it. I just won't touch it. So then I have my cherry cobbler. And here's where we're gonna mix the sweet. These are from the snail mail suite. This is the twine. Look how cute it goes with this. I thought about using the black dots because those are my favorite, but I feel like I've been using the black dots a lot. Just the black enamel matte dots. And this kind of brightened it up because it was already black paper. So I'm going to take this, make sure that I have enough on the ends. I'm just going to tie a little bow. So it's four lengths. And I just want a little bow. Right here. I'm going to make those little, because there's already a lot going on this card with all the patterns and the words. But if the 4 lengths, because sometimes twine on its own can get a little lost. And then just make sure you have enough that we can fold this over. So I'm gonna flip this over. Put some adhesive on both sides here. And then I want it to be my bow about right here. So stick my bow on. And I have to move it over a little bit because I didn't give myself a lot of twine. There we go. And then just pull these. And I like to have them spread out a little bit so you can kind of see all that twine. Stick my fingers to it. Same on this side. Just like that. And then right here, where I know where that twine is, I'm gonna make sure I get adhesive right there. This is just, it is amazing to me that this folder just makes it feel like it's one piece of paper now. But it doesn't feel like, very rarely would I stick one piece of paper on a card and call it a day, because, you know, where's the fun in that? But with this, it has the layered feel, but especially if you're sending a lot and going through the mail, and this little twine bow doesn't add, like, it won't cause extra postage. And then I'm just going to add my adhesive right here, so I don't have to touch this very much, because I know it's not all the way dry. And then just pop this on here without touching. So we have a just want to say thank you. Isn't that fun? And it hardly takes any supplies. Oh, and then I forgot the other embellishment. So these are also from the snail mail. I love the mixes of red. If you are somebody who sends Valentine's like to your adult children or your mom or somebody, and you don't buy Valentine sets, you could get this and do just want to say I love you. You could do the just want to say I'm thinking of you and send it to, you know, your girlfriends. And it looks Valentine-y enough without having to buy any Valentine stuff, because none of this is in the Valentine suite. I'm going to put this little heart on there. So these are the resin hearts, and they're from the snail mail, because I have everything sitting on my desk. So how cute is that? Super cute. Now here it is when I flipped the papers the other way. So take your pick on which one you like better. Maybe I will stick these on Facebook and do a which one do you like better. So there's those. I will put pictures of both of them on my website as well. Here's the ones where I tried. So when I did these, it's really a faster way to do it. The patterns I picked were too busy. So I put 2 pieces of Designer Series paper in at the same time and ran all of it through together. So then when you pull it out, you end up with supplies to make 2 cards. I don't have my little tags on them yet, and I don't have the ribbon on both. But it was too busy. I had the little matching folder. So on either one of them, I just didn't feel like this was bold enough. So I went with this pattern of paper then, because I thought that the stripes and the flowers might be bold enough, even this one though. And so then I was looking at it and I'm like, eh. And I wanted to have the video be a success and not create 2 more cards that didn't work as well as I wanted them to. So I just went with the pearlized paper because I love that. And it's my #1 favorite thing in the current January to June mini catalog. If you need a catalog, let me know. If you'd like to be a member of my team, remember all of my team members get my online classes, the online access class, all of those for free. So there's some specials right now if you sign up from Stampin' Up as well. So that's what I have for you today. I'm going to get back to cutting. I take breaks from cutting, take breaks from filming, but the packets are nearly done. So hopefully they'll go out soon. Everybody have a great one. Bye.